Y ahora vamos a dar paso a otra de las intervenciones de nuestro segundo keynote speaker. Después de este interesante debate, en el que nos ha quedado claro que seguramente para tener superprofesionales deberemos también adaptar nuestros modelos de negocio, es el momento de dar la palabra a Hai Ho, director de Triip, que es una innovadora empresa de viajes y tecnología con sede en Singapur. Hai ha venido desde Singapur para hablarnos sobre blockchain, una tecnología que impactará fuertemente en la industria turística, que ya está empezando a identificarse en qué ámbitos impactará. El título de su ponencia no puede ser más descriptivo: una explicación sencilla para entender el tema del que todo el mundo habla: blockchain in real traveler cases. Hai Ho es un emprendedor de alto impacto y director de Triip, una innovadora empresa de viajes y tecnología con sede en Singapur. Tiene más de 12 años de experiencia en empresas de rápido crecimiento, donde ha trabajado en la creación de diversos productos tecnológicos, como proyectos de pasarelas de pago, redes sociales, wearable hardware, ebook apps y community app, entre otros. La experiencia de Hai en la creación de nuevas empresas y la comprensión de la industria global de los viajes lo llevó a crear TriipMe, una plataforma que en su esencia es una red de alojamiento y tours personalizados a disposición de una potencial audiencia de millones de viajeros. La ventaja competitiva de esta red es su capacidad para que cualquier persona en todo el mundo pueda crear, ejecutar y pagar por un recorrido utilizando TriipMe. TriipMe, por tanto, está facilitando activamente las reservas para excursiones y alojamiento, y pronto podrá hacerlo a través de una criptomoneda que la compañía está creando. De hecho, dentro de escasamente 3 semanas, TriipMe organizará su primer viaje hacia Cataluña de la mano de la Agencia Catalana de Turismo, pagado íntegramente en todo su circuito con criptomoneda. Yo creo que es uno de los ámbitos de innovación en los que estamos implicados y que Hai nos podrá explicar. A través del posicionamiento de la experiencia centrados en la tecnología de Triip, Hai lanzará, por tanto, una red de blockchain llamada Protocolo Triip a finales de este año. Hai y su equipo están creando una criptomoneda que permitirá a los proveedores de servicios de viaje conectarse directamente con los viajeros en un nuevo mercado descentralizado que reducirá los costos tanto en la adquisición de clientes como en los costos de los viajes. A través de su firma, Hai promueve una filosofía empresarial que impulsa la sostenibilidad en el núcleo de su visión. Queremos impulsar modelos de negocio pioneros que avancen en una amplia transformación de la industria. Viajes sostenibles para todo el mundo. En 4 años ha creado empleos para locales en 100 países del mundo, lo que ha hecho que importantes medios de comunicación hablen de su trabajo en publicaciones como el Wall Street Journal, CNN, Forbes y The Next Web. Triip también fue uno de los 512 miembros del World Committee on Tourism Ethics, un programa de la Organización Mundial del Turismo. Triip es también el hogar de Save Your Ocean, un proyecto de sostenibilidad que trabaja para reducir el uso de botellas de plástico al crear una red de botellas reutilizables y estaciones de llenado en Asia. Por tanto, como veis, absolutamente un hombre del renacimiento. Hai Ho, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Llavors, el que sí que fa temps que treballem és amb la gent
Thank
de
you.
les tecnologies.
It's an honor for me to be here with you today to share one of the latest technology that are going to empower the future of tourism. However, this is the future. That maybe it become a mass adoption, or maybe it become an experiment. We don't know. But I would like to thank you for allowing your time to see what's going to happen in the next few years for travel. My name is Hai Ho. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Triip. And we are a sustainable travel technology company. Our vision is simple. We want to pioneer forward-looking business model that advance the industrial-wide transformation, sustainable travel. So today I would like to share a little bit more about blockchain in real traveler case. Many of you may heard about blockchains, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, but I would like to share something that can apply in our real travel industry. So first of all, as everyone here would like to agree with me that data is the most important asset for today's business. And let's take a look at how we store data in the past. Everybody started with a notebook where we store data. You can write all of data in the notebook. And now, then we move to the computer time where data is stored on the server. And we call it centralized system. And then we develop cloud computing where not just one server, but we can clone the data in thousands of different servers across the world. If one server goes down, there's another server backup, and that's called decentralized. And this is what exactly there's a lot of your phone, your Facebook, your social network service are using on centralized system. But that's still yesterday technology. Today and tomorrow, what we are building is called distributed storage system, which means whatever phone, whatever photo you are taken is not only stored on some server, but it can store in your phone, in my phone, every phone in this theater, storing the same data. So blockchain is simply, it's a new way to store an old data. In the past, some company own the data. Now, today, well, we will be able to design a system where everyone owns the data together. There's no central server. All of this data is distributed among all of the users, all of the phone. Therefore, the security and transparency is way better than the current system. And I'd like to share first why travel is the right industry for blockchain adoptions. Number one is, travel is one of the biggest industries in the world. It's simple as that. And number two is there are 1.2 billion travelers last year. If this 1.2 billion travelers, they start to use blockchain, it becomes a mainstream technology. You can have a lot of technology, but it will not become mainstream if there's not enough user. And I believe traveler with the travel industry is big enough to make these adoptions. And the third reason is more important is it's easy to convert. I guarantee with you right after this talk, you will be able to use blockchain technology immediately. It's just how simple it is. And any one of you here know about Progress database? Can you raise your hand? Yes. But everyone in this room is using Progress database. As long as you use Facebook, you are using the technology without knowing it. So it's the same with blockchain. We will make sure that all of the travelers in the world use the blockchain technology without knowing what it is. And every bank in the world, they have a credit card just for traveler. That's how important it is for travelers to the financial world. And because of that, I believe when people make a switch from credit card to cryptocurrency, it will be quite easy to convince travelers to do so. And now, I'd like to share about the application of the blockchain in the travel industry. The number one is remove paperwork. Paperwork is crazy. In order to get here, it took me 3 weeks spending time at the Spain embassy from Vietnam to get my visa to come here. And actually, my flight depart on Sunday night. I only get my visa on Saturday morning. Just in time, right? I almost couldn't be here. So I'd like to share about the paperwork. I hate paperwork, and I think everyone hates paperwork. But it's important because it's a legal process to make sure that someone do something in the right way in an agreed context. But what if we can use software to make sure that all of our agreement cannot be changed? For example, I would like to pay 5% commissions for everyone in this room if you refer to a friend to download our app. So if we use a normal paper, right? We have about 100 or 200 people in this room. We will make a contract of 8 pages. And then I have to sign to everyone in this room 200 contracts. But instead of doing that, I will write a code. And this code cannot be changed once it's uploading in the system. There's no way to edit the code. With normal software, you can change the code, you can edit, but with blockchain, you cannot change the code. Whatever commitment it is, it will stay there forever. Or if another tour company, for example, in Catalonia, there is a tour company with 2 or 3 persons, and they say that, okay, I have a good business, but now I want to call investment from all investors around the world. If they want to do that, they have to do a shareholder agreement to across people across the world, and it's crazy. But with the blockchain technology, a tour company can issue a digital share in the form of a cryptocurrency. With the cryptocurrency as an ownership of the company, everyone in the world can invest and own a part of this tour company. And all of that be done through the software on the blockchains. I saw some of you nod your head and some of you say, what the heck it is. Please bear with me. This is something new. I will take you go slowly, right? So I make something easier for you to understand. Normally, you pay people when you travel, right? You pay money, you get the travel service. Now I'm gonna create a smart contract that I pay you money. Every time you tell me where you travel next, I will pay you $5. How about that? Do you like that? Actually, you've been keep telling the world where you travel every single day. Your Facebook check-in, your data in Google Mail, your Instagram check-in. You keep telling the world where you travel, and what you get is like. For us, we want to change that. We want to create a contract that every time you tell us where you travel next, we give you $5. And all of this is built in the code. So for example, this is Mr. Katsu, our user in Japan. He will tell us where he traveled. Every time he travels, he updates in the Triip apps. And we give him our Triip My token that in the worth of $5. So we pay traveler, right? And in another contract, when we know that where Mr. Katsu gonna go, we share this data from Mr. Katsu to hotel, airline, tour, restaurant. And this travel supplier, when they get the data from Mr. Katsu, he will send Mr. Katsu an offer. And when Mr. Katsu take this offer and really use the coupon, he really go to a hotel, stay a night there, only by then we will take a cut from commissions for the business. So a lot of people ask, where do you get the $5? It's simple. We have hotel, airline, restaurant, they pay us $10 to send an offer to a traveler like you. We take $5, we share to you $5. But right now, today, hotel, airline, paid $10 to Google, Facebook, they took it on. They give you free service. So that's what we want to change. This is another example of how a smart contract can be done. And the beauty of this smart contract is it's already live and it's public. Everybody can see it. So the money that we do, the way we do the business is completely transparent. And you ask, where do I see this kind of contract? I will show you later. The second application is reduce fees. How many of you owe a travel business? Quite a lot, right? So every time you do a transaction or your customer pay you, I guess everyone in this room, you either use your credit card to pay for hotel or airline booking. Every time you do so, credit card company take about 3%, right? And if you are a business owner, you must accept the credit card or PayPal. Yes, again, these payment processings will take about sometimes 3.5% to you. And 3.5% actually is not a small amount of money, where today there's a lot of competitions. Saving 3% is bringing a lot of profit for you. So for example, if you do a $30 transactions, If credit card, the fee would cost about 90 cents to $1. If you use a new cryptocurrency called Ethereum, it will cost about $0.02. But with our cryptocurrency, instead of paying by credit card, you pay by our cryptocurrency. The cost is $0.00048. $30 is hard to think. If you do $1,000 transactions, the fee is only $0.008. And that's the powerful of cryptocurrency when you be able to reduce the transaction fee. Think of the money that you'll be able to save. If you do a $10,000 transactions, the fee is still 0.08. It's near zero fee. And the third applications is transparency. So right now, you own Louis. Normally, when you share your travel plan on Instagram, Facebook, Google, you got nothing, right? But if you share your travel plan to our platform, you get the Triip token. So here's the app that is the interface that you'll be able to see. So for everyone in this room, you don't need to know about blockchain technology. You only need to know that there's an app called Triip. You can download right now on the App Store or the iOS Store. And every time you input your data, I will travel to London, Lisbon, Paris, Singapore, Tokyo, with the date and time, and when, the moment you press submit, that data is broadcast to everyone to see. And because you share your data to the network, you add value to the network. That's why you get your $5. And the beauty is all of this data is stored in different computers. Because one of the key things, if Triip store this data on our server, what happens if our server get attacked? All of your data will be gone. Or in another case like Facebook, I think in the last 2 or 3 days, we just discovered that Facebook store 500 million of your password in a plain text. And it's readable by every Facebook employee. The company that we trust with our data is storing your password in plain text. And that's the old way of storing data. But with us, we don't have any central server. What we do is the same data you share, it will be distributed in hundreds of different computers all around the world. And all of these computers storing the data without being able to read the data. Only you with the key can open the data. And when you give the key to another company or you give the key to us, then we'll be able to read the data. To make it visualize, here's how it looks. So this is called transactions. And this data is public on the website called explorer.triip.me. So for example, somebody write a travel plan to Tokyo. You'll be able to see that this is something called the transaction history. Then you can see the value, and you can see from and to. This is we call the wallet address. Think of it like your bank account. So from this bank account, we transfer to this bank account. This is the amount. And this is the destination, is Tokyo. So when you look at this data, you know that somebody is doing something or paying something in Tokyo with a date and time. But you don't know who is that person. Only when you give the keys to the right person, that person will be able to decrypt this information and know that, oh, it's you that traveling to Tokyo. But to the public eyes, you only see this data only. Somebody is going to Tokyo. So actually, you may think that how powerful this is. Imagine you are the tourism board of Catalonia. You will be able to go to this website. You will be able to see that there will be 2,000 people going to travel to Barcelona in the next 3 days. There's another 10,000 people going to travel to Barcelona in the next 4 months. And all of these people, you'll be able to see in advance because they already share their travel plans to you. And with this data, it will help for hotels to plan the room. It will help for transportation company to plan ahead, or even simpler, the attraction company. I make a booking for Picasso Museum on 28th of March, 2 days from now. And I got the result that it was fully booked and I cannot join the tour. The next available is on 30th of March. So what if I would be able to see all of this information in advance? I'll be able to make decisions where I should go, where I should not go. And also, because all of this data is available for free, we can dream of a world where we can make software in the travel industry for free. If you're running a hotel, if you're running a tour company or a restaurant, sometimes you are paying for a software like the POS or the tour management channel or the hotel management software. In the old way of doing business, you may pay $1,000, a few $1,000 in advance for the service, or you pay subscription fee or commissions fee. But right now, with the blockchain technology, we would be able to build this kind of software and give it for free to everyone. Then somebody will ask, there's nothing free in this world, right? Yes, obviously. So what do we get back? Remember, every software this computer is turning on, right? Besides displaying my slide onto the screen, this computer is currently processing and storing transaction and data on the blockchain network. So actually, when you turn on a computer, you are using the power of the computer to do two things. Number one is managing your business. Number two is storing and processing data from the other computer. And instead of hiring a few central server on Amazon or cloud, we can have 10,000 million of tour company turn on the computer at the same time. And on this network, we'll be able to process transaction. And because of that, we don't have to rent server from any big company. And that's why we'll be able to build software to give to you. So you got the free software. What we get back is you will help us to process all the information or storing the more information when we need it. So what we're doing is we want to help travel business to benefit from blockchain and cryptocurrency without spending money. This is something new. This technology is not being proven yet. And that's why for us, we think of the bad way is the more people to use it, the better it is. So right now, you can take a look. The best way to understand is you can take up your phone, use the camera to scan the QR code, and download the Triip app. The moment you download the app, you'll be able to receive the first travel cryptocurrency. Today, one Triip mile is worth about 15 cents. But the more people download, the more people use it, submit the travel plan, the more value it can become. So what I can give you today is some token for free, but maybe in the next 2 or 3 years or the next 10 years, it's worth $1,000. Who knows, right? But everybody has a dream. And I think what we want to do, what we want to build here, I would like to remind again, is an experiment. We may succeed. We may be able to be the first travel company that apply blockchain and solve a lot of challenges in the travel industry. We may be able to help you reduce the fee. We'll be able to help travelers to book cheaper. We'll be able to help travelers to own their data and monetize from their travel plan. Or we may not. But I would like to share that until today, I just received the news from this morning. There were 75,000 users all around the world had downloaded our app and be able to share the travel plan. In the last 6 weeks, there were 6,000 travel plans being shared up there where they go. And these are the things we want to make sure that this is early success that we think is the right theory that we've been testing. Are you willing to share your travel plan for money? Yes. Because when I share these questions for people in Japan and they say, no, Japanese is very particular about data privacy. We will never share our travel plan to anyone. And I ask them, did you check in on Facebook? They all say yes. So I would like to thanks again for the opportunity that I would share to you today. The best way to understand it is to do it. 2 years ago, I would never imagine that I would have to launch a blockchain app. But because when technology evolves, we have to evolve itself. So we only starting learning about blockchain in the last 1.5 years, and promise me I never graduate from a blockchain university at all. And none of you will ever graduate from a blockchain university. But when technology evolves at the current speed, we have to learn. I saw a lot of talk today, we talk about AI, big data. None of you graduate with such certificate. But those are the things that we have to learn. And the only way we learn is we actually do it. So thanks again for your opportunity to be able to share this new technology with you today. And hopefully I will be able to see many of you using Triip app, and some of you may be a millionaire soon. Thank you. Would it possible for me to take a photo with everyone here in the room? Thank you. So what we do is we call proof of travel. I had to take a photo to make sure to prove to my team that I actually in Barcelona, right? But never underestimate the power of photo, because with this photo, I will be able to submit to the Triip app and tell the world that I actually in Barcelona and claim my $5. Okay, everyone, take a look. We do a thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Haiho. Thank you for your particular vision about blockchain and the disruption that we suppose for our sector. No sé si tenemos alguna pregunta por parte del público, tanto el de aquí como el de la sala número 1 que nos están viendo y escuchando. ¿Alguna pregunta para Haiho? ¿No?
Here.
Aquí.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much. Hey, my name is Ignacio. I work for ERECAT. I work for the Department of Tourism Innovation. I was fascinated by your presentation. Really, I think it's a great product, and I'm really delighted to know more about it. But my concern is about what are the possibilities that I get thousands of offers when I reveal my data. You know, I don't want to be bombarded by offers of hotels and so on. How do you stop that? How do you control that? Thank you.
Yes. I think the moment that you get thousands of offers that bombarded you is great. Because only when we are so popular, then that's a lot of people want to use our business, right? So right now, when we build new things, we not really solve all questions at the same time. So these are the questions we want to solve when we grow bigger. But one of the possible ways that what we're doing is we're doing a bidding system. For example, if you travel to Tokyo, for example, right? And then when you share your data, there will be like the Hilton in Tokyo. They will say that I want to spend $15 to acquire a customer because my current room rate is about $400 per night. So it's okay for me to spend $15. So they will put a bidding, $15 per customer. Another hotel, a smaller hotel, they will say that my budget for one customer is about 10. So in order to do that, we will prioritize the Hilton with $15 bidding on the top, and the second one is below. And on top of that, because I know that you travel with us, or solo, on business trip, or leisure, or what kind of tour that you want, so our machine learning system will be able to filter out that the best offer that relevant to you the most will be there for you. But when you think about thousands of advertisers, remember your Facebook newsfeed. Every day you are bombarded with thousands of advertisers everywhere. So for us, I think at the moment we want to limit that the combining two things. Only the one that really paid for you, or the second one is the one that relevant to you. So that will be the next step when we're combining machine learning to make sure that we have the best data for you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Heiho. Como hemos comentado antes, un hombre del Renacimiento. Pero con la mirada enfocada ya en el siglo XXII. Gracias.